происходит. Значит, корт на обычную машину, на одну машину полностью тебе корт понадобится black color. Значит, black color $50, дело математики. Это стоит где-то тоже 50, но $37, с хардвером 50 с чем-то выходит. 67, 70, редюсер 28. Вот считай, $190 сейчас, плюс еще один clear, еще где-то $70 на clear. То есть $250-300 high-end paint будет за couple $100, которая, если ты покупаешь такой Pearl Court, если ты можешь проверить в любом AutoZone, auto PPG store, any auto paint stores, оно где-то будет стоить, вот такой корт где-то будет стоить, значит, pint стоит $699, это корт, значит, тут 2 pints, значит, 1200, только один pint, стоит только pearl, не including the color, вот, а color представляет, вот, color, плюс это, плюс clear, плюс вот это, значит, тебе выходит $2300 только материал. Вот. А мы тебе показываем, как это сделать under $300 и покрасить in the garage. Вот. А потом я тебе покажу, как заготовить гараж. Мы сейчас только готовим машину. Вот. Потом я покажу, как заготовить гараж к покрасу и сделать гараж как paint booth. Вот. Какой spray gun юзать и какое все остальное. Вот. Вот так, все, Серега. Серега, вот здесь вот моторный отсек. Есть в каждом такая маленькая ID. Ее надо тейпать. Значит, смотри, я показываю, как ее делать. Вот все наклеечки тейпаешь вот так, обыкновенной изолентой. Вот. Потом, когда затейпываешь, you put your color on, поставил цвет. Вот смотри, видишь, затейпал и ножичком вырезал все. Аккуратненько. Когда покрасил все, когда ставишь clear, снимаешь и clear over it, оно получится как заводское, не будет видно tape lines. Вот. Чтоб ты знал, все вот эти вещи надо заклеивать. Серега, смотри, как делаешь, тейпаешь. Вот так, видишь? Все. Видишь? Берешь ножик.
Проводили ремонтні роботи, використовували блакитне паливо для розігріву натяжної стелі. Окрім загиблого чоловіка, в квартирі перебувало ще двоє робітників. Рятувальникам вдалося працювати майже на осліп через енергетичну блокаду Криму. Окупований півострів вже 6-ту добу без електрики з материкової України. У столиці Криму світло вмикають лише 4 години на добу. Інші населені пункти ще в гіршій ситуації. Тим часом відновлювальні роботи на Херсонщині після завершення яких в Криму теоретично можна було давати світло призупинені. Активісти енергетичної блокади не допускають на місце підремонту.
Серега, я держу левой рукой, воно, мабуть, труситься.
Все.
Так что вы извиняйте, если качество будет...
Все, видишь, Серега, тогда она затейпана. Когда покрасишь краску, когда будешь ставить лак, снимаешь тейп и лакируешь сверху, и она получается как будто так и должно. Все. So, here's what you do. It's about 2 parts. You take you can mix 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. What I like to do is mix about a little bit more. So you mix this about a part and a half of hardener, and everybody's got their own opinion on that. This is what works for us. We're not trying to change your system, how you do yours, but this is how it works. So you mix it really well. Make sure you mix it really good. This is gonna be a thin coat for me. for a finish coat. Sometimes I want to thin it down. You want to use, again, you can use this reducer by Omni. It works. What you do is just add a little bit to your feel. I eyeball it always. That's all you do. Right there. You mix it, and what I do is, this is just kind of gives me a lock coat for my primer. So just enough for paint to grab onto. Once I sprayed this bumper with that primer, a couple hours later, I will scuff it with a 320 sandpaper, or I'll do a wet sand with 400, basically, like this. So here's what I know when I know it's right. You go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what you want to have, about 10 drops. So when you do this, you mix it like this. So you still want some thickness to it, so you go as once it starts, start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the drops you want to keep for primer. It's a little bit too thin for primer, but if you're doing just a one little coat so your paint can grab onto something, that's what you do. Or you do like spot fill like this. You wanna cover this with primer and this like this, because if you don't, once you put your paint on, you're gonna see that area. You wanna seal coat it on all your metal parts. They have sealers for those, but sometimes I like to use 2K part primers because it works better for me, and this is how I learned years ago. And all your filler parts, like where your bondo was, you want to fix. You want to put some primer. You want to put some primer here. You want to put some primer right here, because you don't want to paint over something like this. You'll get circles in your paint, especially in metallics, silvers, grays, and gold colors. You will see that. Maybe solid colors like whites, blacks, reds, you won't see it, but on solid colors you will see that. So I mix it thin so I can just barely cover those things, and that's it. This vehicle was in a hail damage, and we fixed it for my buddy Roman, and basically the whole car was sanded down, stripped. We're doing a color change on it, so the roof is fixed. All the dents are out. All the dents on the side are out. Roman is sanding on the other side. So basically that's what you do. Once I make one more video with Bulldog on it, you will see. Or I might as well do it right now so you'll know. Okay, so okay, make sure you shake this up really well. If you ever seen bumpers, they like to peel in these areas, right here, they like to peel or chip. You want to put this on, lightly, or in these things right here. So what you do is you shake this Bulldog stuff on really well. Yeah, and by the way, once you mix that primer, let it sit for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, so all the chemicals react together really well. So in meanwhile, what you do is you put a light coat like this. You want to go over all those areas. Sometimes you want to put 2 coats, 3 coats, but you want to have that nice consistency. Don't build it up. Don't try to make it built up. because that's how you make runs in it. This stuff runs really fast, so you make sure, just like this. You do it just like that. Make sure you get it right inside all these corners. I'm fixing this bumper that was done by somebody else. I don't really know. This bumper was not really in bad shape. Really should have gotten another bumper. So, and make sure you get outside corners right here. Make sure you spray those because that's where the paint likes to chip. This is the process. About 90% of the shops do them same way. Any shop that you go professional, that's pretty much how they do their preps on their bumpers. Don't try to build it up at all. Don't build up coats. You see how I'm going, just little by little, making sure you get a nice even coat everywhere. Don't make it wet right away. So that's what you want to do. Make sure you do on the bottom everywhere like this. Another thing is, when you're doing it, put a respirator on, because I'm doing it without a respirator. This is not how it's supposed to be. Don't take an example from me on that. These chemicals do smell. They can harm you, and they will harm you if you don't be protecting your lungs. You always want to protect your lungs. Very important. So basically, pretty much it. See, just a couple coats. Don't try to cover everything right at one coat. Again, I'm going back on myself. Just little by little. Now, this bumper will never peel on you. If you ever had a problem with bumpers peeling, paint chipping, or spider webs, this is the best way. Do this product right here. That's what you gotta do. And then make sure you let the primer sit for 10-15 minutes before you prime everything. Let this sit for about half an hour and you're good.
My name is Serge ZIMALETA. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite their business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.